Hi there, Davy Cretin here for Cretin Classics. Welcome to this video. This is a quick review of a recent concert I saw. John Anderson, formerly of Yes, the voice of Yes, and the band Geeks. Before I get into the concert review, just want to show you a couple of quick things. This is the last Yes album to feature John Anderson on lead vocals. This is called Magnification from 2001. Yes, 2001. This is the American pressing. Besides this pressing, I also have a 2 CD pressing. This has a bonus disc with Close to the Edge live, Long Distance Runaround live, and Gates of Delirium live. So I have two versions of Magnification, but wait. That's not enough. I have a third version of Yes's Magnification, the last studio album with John Anderson. The difference in this one, Japanese import. If you could see the tiny writing at the bottom of the back of the jewel case. So, 3 copies of Magnification. Here is my remaster with bonus tracks of Relayer, phenomenal record from 1974. Love this cover artwork. Just maybe my favorite cover artwork by the great Roger Dean. And last, I will show off a bootleg CD. Looking around everywhere. And this is a bootleg CD. It is from, wow, 1969, 1970. This is some good old, yes, late 60s, yes. Crazy early, yes stuff. 10 tracks. Haven't heard this in a long time. I'm going to bring it in my car now and check it out when I go to work in a couple of days. But at any rate, that out of the way, just wanted to show off a little bit of physical products to prove my Yes fandom. I attended the John Anderson and the band Geeks concert. This was the penultimate date of the first leg of their North American tour. Friday, May 16th at the Flag Star at Westbury. We still call it Westbury Music Fair. Us New Yorkers over here. Hey, come on, I'm a New Yorker, if you can't tell by my friggin' accent. At any rate, they did an 11-song set. And of course, John Anderson, the great man, on lead vocals and harp. Then the band Geeks. They consist of Richie Castellano on bass and vocals. This guy is a monster musician. He's in Blue Oyster Cult. In fact, he is now on a European Blue Oyster Cult tour. When he gets back, he starts in on the second leg of the John Anderson, the band Geeks tour. The guy doesn't take any time off. Plays with John Anderson. He's in the band Geeks. He's in Blue Oyster Cult. Guy's a machine. Now, he could play basically every instrument. He plays keyboards, he plays bass, guitars. The only thing I've never seen him play is drums. He gets such a monster Squire, Chris Squire, the late Chris Squire, rich Rickenbacker bass tone at the show. Great bass player and backing vocalist. Also, on guitar, an extremely excellent and impressive Matt Beck played lead guitar, sang backing vocals too. He's only on the first leg of the tour. The second leg of the tour will have Andy Graciano on guitar. And if that's the guy I've seen in the YouTube videos of the John Anderson and the band Geeks performances, he's an excellent guitar player too. Andy, and I hope I pronounced his last name right, Ascolis on drums and backing vocals, powerhouse drummer, and he knows the art of the light touch, subtle shading. Really good drummer, excellent drummer. On lead keyboards, Chris Clark. Wow, Lord of the Boards. The guy does a great Rick Wakeman, and he does all those phenomenal fast, fleet-fingered leads. Amazing keyboard player. Then we have the utility man, Phil Castellano, definitely related to Richie. I'm not sure how. He played keyboards. He played some electric guitar and acoustic guitar and some backing vocals also. Keyboard player Chris Clark, he sang too. So basically everyone in the band sings. So he's the utility cat. They played an 11-song show, Westbury Music Fair, as I'm going to call it. They opened up with the instrumental that Yes used to open with on, if anyone, all of you guys out there, guys and gals, the Yes Songs album, they opened up with Firebird Suite, written by Igor Stravinsky, the classical score intro, and it went right into the musical part of Close to the Edge. So they open up with an 18-minute track, none of the bird sounds, just boom, right into the music. From, of course, the title track, Close to the Edge, 1972. After that, they went right into Perpetual Change from the Yes album, 1971. So they're doing an 18-minute song. They're doing like a 12-minute song. So 2 songs, 30 minutes right there. And the band Geeks were phenomenal. John Anderson, how old he is, looks great, he sounds great. Just incredible. A lot of singers from these classic rock bands from the bygone era have lost their voices. They can't sing as high as they used to. And John Anderson, he's an anomaly. He still sings like an angel. Sounded great. They took a quick break for a moment, and then he introduced the song from the most recent album, 2024's True album, from John Anderson and the band Geeks, and they went into Counties and Countries, one of my favorite songs, basically a 10-minute song. So they're doing these hefty prog numbers. They sounded great, they looked great, and the band Geeks had so much energy, and they were so into it. After that, they bounced back to 1972, the Close to the Edge album. They did the beautiful And You and I. Love that song, one of my favorite Yes songs. After that, they went forward in time, did True Messenger from the album True by John Anderson and the Band Geeks, 2024. And then the last song of the first set was Owner of a Lonely Heart, which was a surprise. I didn't expect them to do it. It's not on the live album that came out a few months ago. They put out a live album in March. It's not on there, so they switched the set around, which is very good. And I'm sure when they get to the second leg, they'll switch a few songs out again, which is great. You see the songs, the shows on multiple stops on the tour, and you'll get a different set list from what you saw the last time. I like that. Bands that play the same songs every night, every tour. Come on, give the real diehard fans some deep tracks. And they definitely did. Took a short break. The first set was a little over an hour, I think an hour and 4 minutes, from 8:10 to 9:14. But only a real geek like me would know that. So they took about a 20-minute break. They started set 2 with the majestic, phenomenal Awaken from 1977's Going for the one of the best Yes songs. I think it's John Anderson's favorite Yes song, if memory serves. From that, they took it down a little because that's such a long, involved piece. They went into the fan favorite, I've Seen All Good People, also a big hit, from the Yes album, 1971. They did the whole thing where the guys are playing the little instrumental bits for the second half, the I've Seen All Good People half after the Your Move section. It was really good. Hadn't seen that done in concert in a while, so it was nice to see. Then they played the epic from the True album from 2024, the John Anderson and the Band Geeks record. They played Once Upon a Dream. So another long song, almost as long as Awaken in the second set. Then they did the lovely Starship Trooper from the Yes album in 1971. And they closed the night. There was no encore. They just went from one song to another. He introduced all the Band Geeks. Actually, Richie introduced everyone. And they closed the night with the perennial Yes favorite, Roundabout. Another song I hadn't seen done in a while. And it was good to see. So 11 songs. The second set was a little longer because they had the 2 18-minute tracks, some 10-minute tracks in there. So second set was about an hour, 10 minutes. So to play 2 hours and 15 minutes of music. And of course, during Awaken, John Anderson, he strapped on a harp. From the drum riser, he grabbed the little harp, put it over his shoulders, put it on, and he's playing the harp during Awaken. Phenomenal. Takes the harp off by himself. No roadies came out to help him. Guy's in great shape, sounds great, looks great, and this was an excellent show. When the second leg comes around, I recommend that everyone goes to see the show. I think I have some additional notes here. Yeah, I saw the next to last show. New Jersey was the next night, so that would have been Saturday, May 17th. Richie is now on a Blue Oyster Cult tour, May 25th to June 13th, the European leg of Blue Oyster Cult tour. When he gets back, the John Anderson and the Band Geeks second leg starts June 15th. So he plays in Europe the 13th, comes back to America, and they start the second leg of the John Anderson and the Band Geeks tour on the 15th. When does this guy sleep? Gee whiz. So from June 15th till July 13th, that's the second leg of the JA and the Bee Gees tour. Now, the only minor quibble, it's a teeny tiny minor quibble I have. I only caught them using pre-recorded vocals once, and it was at the beginning of one of the new songs from True. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it may have been Once Upon a Dream. It sounded too perfect. Other than that, all the old Yes material that they covered, that they played, which John Anderson co-wrote all that stuff, they used real backing vocals, and they all sounded really good singing together. But that one little bit of pre-recorded vocals, it's a minor quibble, but there are no perfect concerts, let's face it. Matt Beck on lead guitar, that guy shredded. He was awesome. John Anderson was in fine form, a great set list, so I had a great night. Unfortunately, one of my friends in my prog rock posse, Laz, thanks for the tickets. Unfortunately, he booked a show to visit his father in Florida. Didn't realize he booked time to go see his dad when he had the John Anderson concert. So I got the tickets at a really good price, 10th row tickets from my friend. So thank you, Laz. Tia and I had a great time. Saw Andy from my prog rock posse. Paul came and sat next to me and Tia, so it was like old friends week. So I had a great time, so thank you to Laz. He came over to Castle Cretin to sell me the tickets in person, so it was great seeing Laz after not seeing him for a while. So a fun night was had by all. Laz, I hope when you're back in the New York area, you catch the second leg of the John Anderson and the Band Geeks tour. So if you saw the tour, any dates now, in the past, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I want everyone to like, subscribe to Cretin Classics, and always remember, rock out, prog on, and pogo. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I will see you all in the next video installment on Cretin Classics. Take care. Davey Cretin, over and out.